The room where I couldn't breathe. In October 2019, I had just returned from a family trip to Okinawa when I was sent to Guangzhou, China, for a business trip. The hotel my supplier booked looked brand new. The lobby was beautiful, filled with designer furniture and even a children's play area. When I entered my room, I was impressed. It felt more like a luxury apartment than a hotel room. But something felt wrong. The room was unusually stuffy. I turned on the air conditioner, but although I could hear it running, no cool air was coming out. After struggling with it for a while, I called the front desk. A staff member came up, confirmed the unit was broken, and told me they would move me to another room. While waiting, I started packing my things. That's when I heard it. A woman's voice, right behind me. I assumed the hotel staff had returned, so I opened the door. The hallway was empty. No people, no footsteps, no voices. I closed the door and went back inside. Then I heard the voice again. This time it sounded even closer. Close enough that it felt like someone was standing inside the room with me. Every hair on my body stood up. I grabbed my suitcase and got out immediately. A few minutes later, I was moved to a different room on another floor. The air conditioning worked perfectly. I told myself I was probably just tired. After a shower and a few work emails, I finally went to bed around 1 a.m. That's when things got worse. I couldn't breathe. My chest felt tight. My throat felt like it was closing. Every breath felt shallow, as if I could only get half the air I needed. I walked around the room, drank water, opened the window. Nothing helped. For hours, I sat on the edge of the bed trying to breathe. I even considered going to the emergency room. Around 5 a.m., exhaustion finally took over and I fell asleep. 10 minutes later, I woke up gasping for air. I checked the time. 5:10 a.m. I had slept for exactly 10 minutes. When I got up and looked in the mirror, I almost didn't recognize myself. My eyelids were badly swollen. They were so puffy that my eyes were barely open. I put on makeup, grabbed a pair of sunglasses, and checked out before 7 a.m. At the front desk, I took off my sunglasses and said, "There's something wrong with that room." The staff looked shocked and immediately started apologizing. Then I got into a taxi, and something happened that I still can't explain. The moment we left the hotel property, I could breathe again, just like that. No pressure, no tightness, no struggle. By the time I arrived at my supplier's office, I felt completely different. The owner took one look at me and insisted I see a doctor. The diagnosis was severe bronchitis. The doctor said I wasn't at pneumonia yet, but I wasn't far away. My swollen eyes, he said, were likely caused by an allergic reaction. Maybe he was right. Maybe the hotel room had mold. Maybe I was already getting sick before I arrived. Maybe there was a perfectly logical explanation. But sometimes I still think about the timing. Just days earlier, my family and I had visited Okinawa. We accidentally stopped beside a military commander's tomb, overlooking one of the bloodiest battlefields of World War II. That same day, an unexplained bite mark appeared on my brother's leg. And only a few days later, I found myself alone in a hotel room in Guangzhou, hearing a woman's voice in an empty room, spending an entire night struggling to breathe. Was it illness, stress, exhaustion, or was whatever mystery we encountered in Okinawa not quite finished with us yet? I honestly don't know, but I've stayed in hundreds of hotel rooms throughout my career. I've been sick before. I've dealt with allergies before. Yet I've never heard a woman's voice in an empty room. And I've never spent an entire night feeling like something wouldn't let me breathe. Not before, and not since. Sometimes, I still wonder if Okinawa followed me to Guangzhou.